Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. So, Amakhosi Kaizer Chiefs finally won a game. Halala, halala, halala. I don't know how we as Chiefs fans are celebrating a win like it's nothing. Something we don't know. But anyway, before we get into it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for the support on the channel. Keep supporting the channel. When transfer news come on, it's going to be hot. But anyway, let's start with this. When the game was about to start, like, I was not excited like I am for often whenever I watch Kaizer Chiefs games these days. I really wasn't excited. Someone will be like, but why? You love Kaizer Chiefs. How can you not be excited by what Kaizer Chiefs is doing? And the truth is this. We're not playing good football. Our players are also not showing much. Like, there's no one you can turn on your TV and say, I'm looking forward to watch this player, maybe except for Mfundo Vilagazi, but they don't even play the player you want to watch, really. So they don't play Samkelo Zwane, they don't play Mfundo Vilagazi. At least they're starting to play Mdushabala and Solomon. So we do get to see some good play from those guys. And those guys technically are the ones who are helping us a lot. Fun fact is that a lot of us Chiefs fans have been crying for Reef Rosler, and Reef Rosler came on and was very positive. Our left side was starting to work in attack as well, which our left side wasn't working. So when Reef Rosler came in, our left side started working together, the combination of Mdu and Mfundo didn't have that much of an impact in the game, but you could see his positivity was worrying Supersport. So that was a good thing to have. But other than that, I'm going to summarize the game in a quick fashion and say ultimately Kaizer Chiefs plays very boring football, and Kaizer Chiefs is not something you can really finish your, like, let me say, cancel your plans to go and watch Kaizer Chiefs. They're not that kind of team. We watch them because they are our team, but they're very pub. So like, yeah, it's not entertaining. It's like scrappy. All of our games are scrappy. The players are playing scrappy. And sometimes what annoys us the most is that a lot of the players we have in the team, even if we're playing pub football, but there's certain things, man, that they make certain mistakes in the game that you just like, but you're a professional player. Like today on 2 occasions, Solomon's was bringing the ball up and basically he kicked it, not even pass. He like basically miskicked it and it went straight to the opponent, or he kicked it out. So there's things like that we have to watch. We have to watch things like Abom Simango not being able to pass the right midfielders and then they kick the ball out of the game. We watch players like Abo Sitebe and Mtetwa. They lack creativity and then we can't play from the back, But a lot of the times we have the ball. Our defenders have the ball, like about Dove, etc. They oftentimes have the ball, but Usitebe and Mtetwa, they can't play from the back. The other thing I picked up in this game is that, for example, Mtetwa is not creative at all. Mtetwa is like a guy who doesn't see behind him. He doesn't see to the side of him, but he sees forward. And what's the problem is that whenever Mtetwa gets the ball, he hasn't done his normal. He hasn't done a number 6's thing of looking around before you receive the ball and then like turning when there's an option or playing the quick 1-2. So what tends to happen is that Mtetwa gets not out-muscled, that's the wrong word, but he gets out-thought in the midfield, because as long as the Supersport defenders tell him Mtetwa Guti there's pressure, Mtetwa will not try anything. He will just pass back to someone. And oftentimes when that happens, the unfortunate part is that he is in a more advanced position than Siteb. So then he's scared to turn with the ball because he feels like he's going to lose it. And there's been an instruction I've seen. I think Kevin Hunt made this instruction that when Mtetwa has the ball, you must press him because they can tell that he's the one who's not comfortable on the ball. The other thing I don't like is that Usitebe in this game played so deep, that he looked a lot of the times like our real number 6, but he wasn't. So when I say that, it was like Mtetwa and Sitebe were our number 6, but at the same time, what was happening is that Sitebe was playing so deep that Mtetwa was starting to be almost our second number 8 to support Mdushabala. But here's the problem. Mtetwa was making runs behind defenders. He was making runs. But the thing is that whenever you pass Mtetwa the ball in these positions, he loses it because he's not good at playing an advanced role. So at some point I was like, Ish, it's like Mteto's only there to confuse the enemy, but like when he has the ball, the enemy realizes, and like this guy doesn't know what to do with the ball, so let's go take it from him. So in that, it made me realize one thing, that whoever the new coach comes in, he's either going to have a problem with Mtetwa as a number 6, or he's going to make Mtetwa very much a deep number 6 who's not going to be involved in creativity. Mtetwa will almost be like a center back in some of our games, especially when you're playing with a modern team. Especially, let's say we play with a coach like Beats or a coach who really plays from the back. They're going to make Mtetwa almost like a center back, just so he doesn't have to stress too much about the forward play. Just how they play, like how they play Rivaldo Kutsia and all those players. That's how I imagine they would play Mtetwa. But other than that, in terms of the players who did well, before I get there, the one thing I did not like about this game is the fact that we continue to start Modi. Modi should be sitting bench. I don't know what Modi wants in this field, and Sfiso Hlanti should be sitting bench. I like Riff Rossler as left back, and I prefer, let's start Mfundo Villegas or whoever on the left wing, but not Modi. Modi doesn't deserve to be playing right now. When he's there, he doesn't add value to our team. That is one thing I'll say. He's not adding value. But other than that, Salie had a very good game based on his standards. Not to say he did something exceptional, but based on his standards, he made the right passes. He passed on time. He released the ball on time. He didn't dilly-dally a lot of the times. And that is why Salie actually had one of his better games. Because the goal Mdu came, it was a Salie assist. But why? Salie looked up, he saw Mdu pass same time. He didn't waste time. And that is what made Salie good. And that is why I always say Salie would be a fantastic player if he just had coaching. Why do I say that? Salie is one of the fastest players in the DStv Premiership. And he knows how to. He has better ball control than the average player. The only thing is that his head is... There's too much information in his head, and he rushes, and he trusts in his speed too much that he uses it in ways that are going to get him tired instead of using it in ways that are going to be effective. Another player, fun fact, if you didn't watch him when he joined Real Madrid, is Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. played a very similar football to Salie. It was always kick and run, trying to beat people with speed and all of that, and sometimes dribbling too much. Then they take Vinicius, they send him back to Real Madrid's B team. In the B team, they grill how he must play. More patience on the ball. He needs to be more patient. He can't just run 25. He can't just kick and run. It's not productive. Then they showed him time. They showed him how to use the ball. They showed him how to run between players. You don't just run straight. You curve your runs and all of these things. And then now he's one of the best players on the planet. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Salie could be a really great player if he had the right kind of coaching. And a lot of you are saying no, but he has a lot of attributes that make him a good player. He has pace. He knows how to dribble here and there. And I feel like once he works on those things, his things like crossing is very good. He knows how to put the ball cross low. Like today, he made a cross from the right that found Dupree. If Dupree was just good at headering the ball, it was going to be a goal. It was like a very nice goal that could have happened. And then today, he created an assist. And he also opened chances for himself. So Salie, one of his good games. I enjoyed watching Salie today. Mdu Shabalala had, I won't say he had a great game, but he had a standard game where he did the things right, but I still expect more from him. But based on Chiefs' current form, I feel like he's doing enough. His goal today, brilliant. He made up for the chance he got before. The chance he got before, he had basically a chance to score for Chiefs in the box, but his first touch made the ball go in the air, and he ended up handballing the ball, and that is what happened there. So, well done, Mdu Shabalala, but you need to be more clinical. You see how Mdu scored that goal is how we want Mdu to play all the time. Just be assertive, take charge, That's what we want some of the time. Want him to take charge. If Mdu Shabalala takes charge, Chiefs will start playing. But one thing Mdu Shabalala definitely does need is that when the first 11 is there, he needs someone to support him in his number 8 role. Playing Sitebe and Mtetwa is not good enough for Mdu Shabalala. They won't be able to support him because Mdu hasn't got to that level where he can take the team on his shoulders. He does need some support. Even if that support comes in the form of Umfundo Villagaz, that would be good. The other player who, if he was healthy, would have been good. The other two players who, if they were healthy, would have been good for Umdu to play alongside Umdu. It was going to be Kigan Dolly and maybe George Matlow. But because those guys were out, maybe Mdantsane would be even better to support Umdu as the two number 10s. And then play Mteto, who does well defensively, and then he must just make sure he passes us. Passes Mdu and Mdu Shabala Mdu Mdantsane. So that's what I have to say about that. The goal, we conceded penalty. There's not much we can do. But Vuma keeps diving one side. I don't understand who told him that you can't dive to the other side, because that Zukamanja shot was so weak. And yeah, but anyway. So the players that... So other than that, I feel like the players did okay. Dupree just did okay. There's no player who stood out. Supersport wasn't too much of a threat. They were very bad. At some point, I felt like Kevin Johnson was going to lose this game because he was not making the right coaching moves. But other than that, Amakhosi see winile. That is one thing we are happy about. We see winile for once. For once in our life, we can celebrate.